Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of everything. Hello, everyone, and good morning. Hi, Racy Banks. How are you? How's everyone doing today? We are gonna maybe just talk. I don't know if I'm doing a reading today, actually. Let's just talk. I'm a little early today because I have a lot to do today, like a lot. Hi, Britney Brown. Hi, Jazz. How are you all today? Oh, good. There's, what time is it in New York? 10, 11, 12, 1. It's 1 o'clock. It's summertime. Hi, Irie5. I hope you guys are trying to enjoy your summer. That's my prayer for you. That's my wish for you. I broke my glasses last night, so I'm really upset. If you could see, they're not okay. But sucks when you wear glasses. I think that I'm trying to replace them. And so when I am trying to replace them, I don't care about them. I really got to learn to care right up until I get my next pair. I don't have the money to pay for glasses right now. Hi, Terica. How are you? How's everything good resting my day off? Oh, rest, girl, rest. There's nothing better than a good resting day or a good resting night. I almost had a good night, and then my neighbor's heater sounded like it was going to go on fire, so that woke me up. Miss Tracy is on. Hi, Alexi. Hi. Oh, look at the color. She's got these pink flowers. That's so cute. Thank you. Lord have mercy. All right. Let's talk. Let's just get right in there and let's talk about Simone Biles, right? So I'm hoping as Black women, especially Black women in Simone Biles' age bracket, is very, very sympathetic to her mental health. I really want to make sure that Blacks constantly care about Blacks. And so I'm not really seeing everything that I need to see on the internet about support. You know, I see stars supporting. I'm not sure I see regular people supporting. And I just want to remind you all, as fabulous as you are, and as much as you want to, you know, show something on your social media account, it's more important to support each other. Okay? You know, I see that Simone is getting support from celebrities. And I love that, right? I love that. And maybe you think you're doing your job by liking, right? But that's not really your job. Your job is to support. And your job is to support on your social media, right? So let's equate it to something else. Let's just say you're selling a product, right? And you don't want people to like your Instagram product that you're selling. You want people to buy your Instagram product that you're selling, right? Let's say you're the product. Let's say you're beautiful and you showing off clothes and, you know, this, that, and the third. Like, then you become the product, right? I would say that if that's how you present yourself, I'm the product. Try to support others out there, right? Right? Try to support others out there. I think the one component that is constantly missed on social media, to me, is not enough support. You know, because I got a lot of people that I follow, and I'm like, nothing on Simone Biles, regular folks, regular Instagram folks, nothing. It's all the celebrities and all the media personalities. No, we have to be so much more gracious, right, to each other. Because if we don't, then we're still somewhere in a slave mentality. All right. Mental health is a whole thing. Black women have had mental health their whole lifetimes. My mama had it. My grandmama had it. My great grandmama had it. I'm sure her mother had it. I'm sure her mother had it. I'm sure her mother had it. I'm sure it goes back to slavery and post-traumatic slave syndrome. No, I'm not interested in being a strong Black woman. I'm interested in you all knowing today's not a good day. And do you care? Do you care that today's not a good day? I don't want to suck it up. I don't want to act like I'm okay because as a Black woman, we've got to be 10 times better. No, stop telling your children that you don't need to be 10 times better. It's okay to have a mental health issue. It's okay to have a mental health problem. It's okay to have a mental health day. It's okay to see a psychologist, a therapist, a counselor. It's okay to do all of that. I'm a certified counselor. And I just found my certificate last night. I had lost it for years. And then because I'm relocating, it showed up. Because wherever I'm going, I want to be able to take my certificate and use it wherever I'm going, right? I'm also a domestic, which kills me. Domestic violence is the worst. I'm also a domestic violence counselor. And I'm going to use that wherever I go. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it, but I am a caring person that even went and got credentials so that I could help women and know the signs and know how to deal with women that are having issues, either with mental health or domestic violence. We have to do better. You can ignore me all you want. It won't make the problem go away. We have to do better. So, I just wanted to point out some things that I am totally in love with some people that did make some social media posts. And so, which one do I begin with? Well, this is Simone's, right? And she says, for anyone saying, I quit. I didn't quit. My mind and body are not in sync. I don't think you realize how dangerous this is on a hard, competitive surface. Nor do I have to explain why I put my health first. Physical health is mental health. Let that sink in. Physical health is mental health. Then there's my girl, Naomi Osaka. So she is, child, she is insisting upon showing her Blackness. I love it. She's actually, if I remember correctly, is she Jamaican and Japanese, right? I'm not sure if her dad is Jamaican or her mom is Japanese. Very, very supportive of the Black movement. as she should be. The media attacks her every day. I think when Megyn Kelly came after Naomi Osaka, we regular folks should have pounded her social media. She's a child that's taking care of her mental health. Again, I'm not sure where we, the community, is always doing the right thing. I know celebrities are. I'm saying regular Joes need to support. And when Megyn Kelly attacked her like she was a grown woman, she is a child. She is a little girl. Megyn Kelly is an old broad. And for her relevance, it's not okay to attack Black women. It just isn't. And when she came out her face, we should have, boom, pounded her social media. Just saying. Then there's my girl. I love her. Sha'Carri. And Sha'Carri had her mama die on her just before the Olympics. And she was told that her mama died by one of the news media at a news media event, is when she was told. And to self-medicate, she smoked some weed, was found in her system, was denied going to Olympics, even though her 30-day suspension would have allowed her one more chance at the race. But because of racism, they did not allow her to even travel to Japan. And this is where Kanye West came in, and as I would expect, picked up the weight and let the world know, no, you're not taking this one down. And again, like, we all need to be a Kanye West type of support, is what I'm saying, right? But then there's my Jamaican girls. Ciao. Elaine Thompson Hurrah sets Olympic record in women's 100-meter race. This part is not about mental health, except that Sha'Carri made sure she congratulated them, and that was beautiful. And Jamaica sweeps the competition in women's racing. So beautiful. Soledad posted this, which was adorable, silver, gold, bronze, mental health. And there Simone Biles is like above the rest, dealing with mental health. And I think that is absolutely beautiful. And then I have two more. Let's see what this one says. This one says by Melinda Hale. I have a question. Why is mental illness and lack of mental health an appropriate excuse for a mass shooter or a pedophile or Erica Girardi's husband, who steals millions of dollars from his clients? Why is mental health an appropriate excuse for a mass shooter, but not for an athlete to back out of a game or a competition? Thank you. I really appreciate you posting that. And this one I have. Western cultures believe we must be alive for a purpose, to work, to make money. Some indigenous cultures believe we're alive, just as nature is alive, to be here, to be beautiful and strange. We don't need to achieve anything to be valid in our humanness. Huh. Isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful one to end on. What do you guys think? Oops. Just get back here, take you down. That was really beautiful to end on. Let me see what everyone is saying. Oh, good, Terica. I go to a therapist and study ways to heal. Right. That's what Black culture needs to get into. What are the different ways to heal? Alexi says, thank you for this because trauma shows up in all families. Yes. Especially in families where slavery was evident. How we handle the situation, how we overcome in life. We need strategies so we can move on. Yes. And healthy matters, and also how we speak to our children matters, and how they see you handle life matters. Oh, yes. Trauma is usually stored in the sacrum. We truly have to heal the root and sacral chakra, right? Oh, she's Haitian and she's not Haitian and Japanese. Do not tell me Naomi Osaka is Haitian. Do not tell me that. I'm Haitian. Do not tell me she is Haitian and Japanese. Sister. Girl, I did not know you were Haitian. That's beautiful. That's even more beautiful to me. Hi, Stephanie. It's all horrible, Stephanie. It's all horrible. I love seeing women win, especially young pioneers in history for our young girls to look up to. True. Yes, show children how to release stress. Yes. Trauma released exercise. It's a great way to heal if you're dealing with mental illness. Send me something on that, Terica. I love that tree. I think that if you handle your mental health, right, I think that you're right. Your children will see you handling certain. I mean, I've seen some things on the internet that has traumatized me. I saw one woman taken off the no-fly list, right, at the airport. She had 2 kids with her. And she went violent. And it's like, well, that's why you're not on the fly list, woman. The sad part was the little kid that was screaming. I mean, screaming, traumatized. Mommy, don't. Mommy, don't. I don't want you to go to jail. As if this has happened before. The way that little girl said it, it was like, oh, she's been through this before, the little girl. You know, and then there's this other woman at McDonald's. Like, I'm not sure what the altercation was, but this Black woman, she did hit the manager, and the other girl in the back kept saying, don't hit my manager. Don't hit. It was so cute. Don't hit my manager. And the other manager, she was amazing in terms of, you know, self-restraint. The woman goes to get ice and a drink after she hit the manager, tore the place up behind the counter, tore the place up, goes to get a drink. And I'm thinking you're going to leave, right? That's what I'm thinking as I'm watching the video. Some of these videos are traumatizing. I'm thinking you're going to leave, right? She goes back behind the counter to hit the manager again. But the girl behind the manager, don't hit my manager. Don't, it was so cute. Don't hit my manager. I don't know if she was special needs, but special needs people get this weird strength about them. And child, I think she was special needs. She came to the forefront, got her to the ground, punched the shit out of her. And that's when the woman learned her lesson. Like, she was acting all big and bad, you know? And it was like, just leave. I'm watching my phone. I'm like, just leave. I'm traumatized now. I'm like, just leave. Just, no, she doesn't leave. And I say that to say, because that is PTSD, SS that's embedded in us when we don't know how to handle a situation because we think we're being treated so poorly, right? Our reaction sometimes as Black folks is to don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You absolutely can get mad. You absolutely can get mad. You cannot go overboard because people are watching. All right? It's very important, says Terica, to teach our kids. I teach my kids trigger points on their body to help them when they have anxiety or panic attacks or breathing exercises. Oh, I'm hungry, guys. The problem that I'm having lately is what to eat for breakfast. It's mandated. I drink water throughout the night, but it's mandated when I get up to drink water. Before breakfast, just kind of late. Get your vitamin D, people. If you're unhealthy, eating the wrong things, you are going to have visceral reactions to anything. Like, you won't find the peace if your cells are like acting crazy. Also, my girl from my group club, Holistic Hana, is selling sea moss. So clean out your gut. All of that relates to our mental health, what we eat, how we take care of our bodies. Get some probiotics from the local supermarket. But we have to start admitting that mental health is a thing in Black culture. We have to start being honest, right? When I came back from St. Croix, I was shocked. I was shocked when I came back from St. Croix how much I didn't want to come back. I didn't know it until I got here, and my mood went, oh. And I was so mechanical. I was doing readings and sleeping and doing readings and sleeping and going to bed early. I didn't realize how depressed I was until I got back. And I was like, I can't live here. Like, it's so evident that I cannot live here. Also, upon living here, one of the Jamaican runners said something about the reason why they did a little better in the races is because they don't eat what we eat. They don't have the same preservatives. And to be honest with you, that is the damn truth. I see so many athletes that live right next to a high school. Soon as they finish, what's the first place they go to is McDonald's because it's cheap, right? And it's the worst food, McDonald's. It's the worst. It's the worst. Just put poison in your mouth. Sorry. Also, parents, thank God for the pandemic. I'm hoping people are cooking more. And I'm not saying don't go to McDonald's. I'm saying reduce it to, one day a week. But eating healthy is part of our mental health. And if we're not eating healthy as we can, right? But I have to be honest with you, like, sometimes just eating a salad is so much better than eating McDonald's, right? You feel clearer, right? You feel lighter. Like, McDonald's weighs you down and makes my cells go like this. And when I eat salad, I'm like, oh, it feels good. Oh, chow, that's not so bad, right? Yeah, Alexi, I understand that. And you do realize that what was in school was not healthy for us. That in school lunches were terrible. Teresa Black Swan said, I think you're talking about McDonald's, right? You're like, it's basically you're eating plastic. Yeah. All right. Oh, I did have one more to show you guys. Darn it. Maybe I can find it here. I also wanted to point out, since we're talking about mental health and mental health issues, let me see if I posted it. So these are the judges that have been at the forefront of Britney's case since 2008. All of these judges have been contributing to Britney's prison sentence in a form of conservatorship. They're having some weird meeting. What date is it? Let me see if I can find the date. They're having some weird meeting on September 15th. Wait, guys, the dates are off. Who posted this? The date is off. What? Let me see if something's wrong here. September 15th is a Wednesday. These are the judges that have been at the forefront of Britney's conservatorship, but whatever this post is completely wrong because the date is completely off. So I hate when people post things and they don't do the right thing. All right. All right. So it doesn't matter at this point. At this point, none of this matters. But I do want to say to Britney that you are fighting mad. You're doing whatever you want on your post now. I could care less if you show your breasts. I could care less if you open an OnlyFans account. I could care less if you want to show your ass, Britney. Right? The bottom line is you are a grown woman. That is the bottom line. Um, I'm happy that your posts are very vibrant. I know you have a lot to say, Britney. What you have gone through was forced sex trafficking, by all means, by your dad. Also, I think you have a story to tell, right? Um, and my desire is for you to tell your story. Um, Especially if there were any abuses in your childhood, which I believe there were some abuses in your childhood. I think it's time to speak your honest and authentic truth. I think you're going to write a book anyway. And I think a story of your life is going to be depicted it. My prayer is that you are part of that. Um, but I really think before this gets too out of hand, I think there's more to this story. And I believe you really need You really, really, really need to say who your dad is to you and how it led to him taking over. He was completely abusive to your mom. He was a bully. I'm just thinking if there's anything that you have to say, any inappropriate behaviors, the reason part of the conservatorship is you don't get to talk is so that he can always cover up. I think that you now know that using your voice in spoken word made a bigger difference. And my prayer is that you continue not to listen to people and speak, or use your social media to tell your story. No one can stop you anymore. No one can tell you what to do anymore. You've already broken a chain. If you got something to say about your childhood, say it. If you know something about your dad, about your world that you lived in Mississippi, about anything that he has done in that neighborhood to you, to your mother, who else is going to speak the truth but you? Your mother won't. Small town Mississippi, everybody's looking up to you guys as if you're like the best thing this side of Texas and you're living in a house of horrors. No more silence. All right, so the last thing I'm going to show you, let me just look at somebody's comments. Hi, Sheena, how are you? What are we talking about? Just go back and look at it, Sheena, but we're talking about Black women and mental health issues. All right. Love your look, Miss Tracy. Thank you, Sheena. Miss Tracy, how did you coach yourself out of depression? When to spot it in yourself? All right. You know when you are not mentally okay and physically okay. You know it. You know it. You sleep too much. You're irritated at your children. You don't want to cook. Or some people don't want to eat. I eat more when I'm depressed. And I'm kind of moping around, right? I feel blessed because part of my work is to take care of others. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it shows up in other ways, like diarrhea. Stomach upset is a big thing. But it was for me, it's always a remarkable difference. Always. It's always bright sunshine. And I can't do this today. Like I go walking every day. I haven't walked every day like I should since I've been back. I just don't have the energy. And maybe about a good week ago, last Friday, I got some detox salt. Please let me have it here. Thank you, God. I got this detox salt, right? And there's so many things in here. Three different salts. Hibiscus, roses, lavender. I forgot what she said the yellow was. In any case, I took this for 3 days where I just soaked in it and soaked all the chemicals out my body, right? And that's a part of self-care. If you don't recognize that you're having a problem, sometimes just laying in a bath. If you don't have a tub, put your feet in a soak. But I was also given some sea moss to clean my gut out. I was also given something called Blue Lotus. You can't use a lot of it, but it helps with anxiety. and this chrysanthemum tea, and I just mixed everything in it. And it was one of the cure-alls to allow myself to understand, yeah, you now have a problem that's not going away. So I did this about a week ago. I soaked in this for 3 days. I'm going to soak in it tonight again. I soaked in this for 3 days. I took the tea for 3 days. And surprisingly, in the last 4 days, even today, I feel so much lighter. Oh, it's terrible to have a depressed feeling. It's not depression, but it's caring for your mental health, right? And sometimes when you're having these feelings, I mean, I think Robin on Real Housewives of Potomac is going through something in the early part of the season where the pandemic just took her down. All she can do is sleep. Unfortunately, very typical, her husband's not too understanding of it, but all she wants to do is sleep. And I get it, but I don't have children. Thank you, God. I don't have children to take care of. However, I come from a family that believes in mental health care. So treating myself to mental health care, that's everything to me. Everything. I believe in taking care of myself. No one else matters. I'm going to take care of me. Let me just see if I can find Holistic Hannah somewhere. And I think that might be the difference sometimes, where most women have to be everything and anybody, and and it's just so sickening to be all of that. Did you change? I hate this. Where's my girl? Oh, here it is. Let me just post it. Holistic Hannah. This did make a difference. And the difference is that I had consultation with her, and she really understood like what I might have been going through. And I love that. I just love that I can consult with someone. And let me just see if I can post this here. And she got it. And I'm feeling so much better. Oh. And this is her IG. Holistic Hannah. Look for the gold double H. There is another Holistic Hannah. But this one is called, let me see. Done. Delete. Hannah's Therapy, actually. Hannah's Therapy. Hannah's Therapy. But it's Holistic Hannah without the underscore. So look for the double gold H. All right. Because whatever she did with her products, it freaking worked on me. Hi, Kathy. Oh, yeah, I saw some of your posts. By the way, Kathy, I can't post on Facebook. They put me out for 30 days. I'm not even sure what I said. I'm pretty sure I didn't say anything, but I'm out for 30 days. But I really don't care. Hi from the UK. Hi, Neil. How are you? So, hi, Melissa. I think it's important for you to know yourself, right? I think it's okay to say, not having a good day, guys. I think it's okay to say to your children, listen, I'm going to give you some cereal. I'm going to put you in front of the TV. Here is some milk. Mama's going to lay here on the sofa. Don't bother me. I love you. I'm going to just watch you and close all the doors, bathroom doors, bedroom doors. That's what I used to do with my son when I didn't know I was having depressed issues. I just close all the doors, and then I would just lay there with him, and you know, watch him watch TV, watch him watch his cereal, so that I could get through, my day with him. But I was a little smarter, right? Because I already knew. I was like, come get this child every weekend. My son went with his dad every weekend. Yeah. I didn't play all that power position like some of you women like to play. I don't like him. I don't like his woman. I was like, your woman's fine. Come pick up your child every weekend. Once I established that, then I sometimes can control how I was feeling, meaning if I knew that Brian was going to get taken care of come Friday after school, and I didn't even have to worry about picking him up, and I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday to heal, I took advantage of those days. Also, my son is grown ass, and he's in counseling right now. His wife is in counseling, and they're in counseling to make sure that they are raising really good kids. But how can you raise really good kids if you don't know? If you don't know you, how can you raise good kids? So he came to me, he's like, Mom, I'm going to counseling. And I was like, good. Beautiful. Not that there's anything wrong with him, but to be honest with you, there's something wrong with all of us. All right? I went to counseling just before the COVID. The COVID stopped it. Ugh. Oh, child, that COVID really disrupted a lot. But I was grateful for the time that I had with the counselor. Like the time that I had, thank God I got that time in, you know? Oh, thank you, Neil. He's like, I'm not too bad, sweetie, but just enjoying your voice. So the last thing I want to show you guys is moi. So there's this guy, Sloan. Counseling is great. I love it, right, Sheena? There's this guy, Sloan. I thought I posted it. Okay, hold on a second. Let me find it. Just the look at this guy in my page is the most. This will bring you mental health issue. This guy, Dan Schneider, will bring you mental health issue. All right, so there's this guy, Dan Schneider, that directed many of the shows on All That, and he is probably, to me, this is my opinion, one of the most disgusting, despicable, deplorable, deranged directors/producers working with children. My opinion, it's just my opinion, is that he cannot be trusted with your children, mothers. I don't care what show he's got out there. You don't need to be putting your child in front of this guy, by no means. Not only is he disgusting and deplorable, he surrounds himself around pedophiles. Now, I don't have to say allegedly, that is just the truth. That is just the truth. All the pedophiles were there when my son was on All That. They hadn't been arrested yet, but they were there. And this guy Sloan, S-L-O, I think he spells it S-L-O-4-N. He's so cute. He is completely adorable. He plugged me. I'm going to plug him. Sloan gave me my flowers. Sloan actually told me I was a great mom. And let me tell you something. Every mother on All That laughed at me. Every mother on All That laughed at me. Because I was so protective of my son. I already knew the history. That's why I'm screaming it right now. Know the history of the companies that you're working for. I already knew the history. And so I took the job, but for my son, meaning I authorized it. There was no way I was going to let anyone compromise my son. And they tried. My son's acting coach on all that, Brian Peck, he went to jail. And there was another kid that was a PA. He was a kid at the time. 10 years later, he went to jail. Like, there's at least 5 people that Dan has hired on that show with Nickelodeon. How? Like, I've questioned my son like years ago, and I was like, were you ever? Because, oh, child. Yes, he was also in Good Burger as the manager. He is, this is my opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion. He's a creep. Keep your children away from this man. He's got some shows out right now, apparently. Why does this guy keep coming back? Oh my God. So because I was a vocal parent, you know, they fired my son because I was not vocal. They would say like, hey, we've got a party, you know, no. We want to take all the kids, you know, on a bus ride. No. Are the parents going to be in the bus behind you? Like that was my job. My job was to always escort my child. So why are you changing the rules, Nickelodeon? No. And, you know, you say no enough, then they see you as a difficult parent. And the other moms would just get so upset with me. Tracey, why do you act this way? And I was like, because I don't know. And then I got ostracized by the moms. And then the moms would talk about me to the producers. And then, you know, the producers who used to love me when I first got there began to hate me. Because they knew they were already going to fire me because Dan Schneider is a bully, a little bitch. Said it. So I'm going off on a tangent like this because Sloan, oh, he's so cute. It's shocking. I was shocked. Somebody was like, Lamar was like, SLO4N is Sloan. And he's like, I'll show you his page. And he goes ham on the Jamie people. Jamie Spears, Jamie Lynn. He goes ham on them. With like real investigations. Really, really well done. I'll show you his YouTube page. Just trying to load. That's his YouTube page, Sloan SL. It looks like SL04N. It's very creative, Sloan. I love it. And he gave me my flowers. Oh, preparing that. Wait, what? What's happening right now?
Out 10 right there. 10 out of 10.
Oh.
It's like a bath bomb.
Oh, he's almost finished, though.
Like a little, like seasoning in there.
He's almost finished because whenever he does an open box review, that's when he's at the end because people send him things all the time, which is so adorable. But Sloan gave me my flowers. I was watching it and I was like, oh my God. And he showed clips where I came after Dan Snyder, came after Nickelodeon, came after the people, all that. Throughout the years, I have not been quiet. I have not been quiet. I have never been quiet about my experience as a momager. Listen, I don't believe I was a momager. I really believe I was an escort. You know what I mean? Like, my job was to escort my child to the job, home, and anything in between. That was my job. Escort momager. There's something so wrong with that right now, talking about pedophilia. In any case, he gave me my flowers. And the comments underneath that particular video that I showed you, this one right here, to look at this man, I cannot. That's the video, to look at that video and look at the comments. People were so nice. I can't believe I got my flowers. I can't believe this. I'm so excited. I'm always the bad sheep of the family. We ain't using black sheep no more, so cut it out. If I hear somebody say black sheep, then you gonna get Black Karen. The bad sheep. I wasn't a team player, you know. Yeah, I'm supposed to be a team player with a house full of pedophiles. Are you kidding me on the set of all that? Are you kidding me? Oh, child. Precious, I have no idea what you're saying. Whatever you're saying, it's a lot. Whatever you're saying, you really need to write a letter to the principal. Whatever you're saying, write a letter to the principal. Neil, you got it. Yes. Terica, that's what everybody kept saying. You're a great mom. I sent it to my son. And, you know, even my son wrote me a letter years ago. I'm finding so much shit, and I just can't keep all of it. Let me see if I can find this letter. It was so sweet. It was for, I got to do something. It was so sweet. It's for my birthday, and I believe there's no date here, but his girlfriend, who became his wife later, is on here. So it might have been, it was the first year I met his girlfriend, so I remember the birthday prior. It might have been the following year. I think it was the following year. But in any case, he goes, "Hey, Mom. Just want to say it." My son writes, oh, God, my birthday's coming up. My son is going to write another long story. He loves writing. And he loves telling me things, and it's all in writing. And for Mother's Day, he gave me the book, The Alchemist, and they both wrote in the book. Like, they love this. They're both air people, so air people love to write. Hey, Mom. Just want to say I love you and thank you for everything that you do for this family. I do a lot for this family. Seriously. It's my only family. What are you supposed to do? You are amazing, and your awesomeness does not go unnoticed. My son gave me my flowers, but he does it all the time. My son gives me flowers all the time. He's like, I mean, sometimes it's literal flowers, and sometimes it's words. Like for Mother's Day, it was literal flowers, and then lunch, and then the book, The Alchemist, with words inside from both him and his wife. It's hilarious. My son is so emotional. And I'm like, who raised you? Who raised you? And then he had a son that's also emotional. And the women in the family, we're like warriors. We're like, you should see Nova, the little 2-year-old. Tough broad. Not tough broad. She's a little girl. We're not going to make our little girls older. She's tough. She's tough. And I told her the last time I was there, I was like, hey, so Ezra's going to be coming. And I don't want Ezra to be rough on you. And so if he is, just pick up a stone and knock him over the head with it. And she actually did that. She kept hitting him over the head. And she was like, stop. And then he texted me and he was like, Nova keeps hitting me. And I was like, oh, damn. And she keeps telling me to stop. And I was like, well, Ezra, Nova's psychic. I said, I think she knows that you're thinking about doing something. And she's like, no, stop. She's so cute. I love her. But I told her to do that. She always listens to me. Back to my son. Every day, I thank God for the second chances that I got to be a good son to you. Oh. He says, I'm dope because of you. You dope, all right. And thank you 1,000 times for loving my wife. Oh, I guess this was a wife by this time. Oh, see? Oh, I wonder. It must have been a year they got married. For loving my wife as if she were your own. I really do love her. Like, I actually call my son and his wife my children. I know it's a little weird, but I can't help it. I go, oh, my children. And they're like, cool. Oh, my son and his wife. You deserve the world. I do. I pray for an abundance of good business, of good cash flow for you this year. Oh. And a continuous of loving for too young for your age. Oh, wait, what? And a continuance of looking. Oh, and a continuance of looking far too young for your age. Right. People say black don't crack, but it really does. All right? It really does. The only reason why my black don't crack is because I don't carry stress. I don't carry stress or worry. It will be what it will be. Then he puts, go girl, laugh out loud. Happy birthday, Mom. And then his wife puts, now that I know it was his wife at the time, I'm going to take this. I got so much stuff to carry, but I'm trying not to take all the sentimental stuff. I just got to throw so many things out. All right. His wife puts, to the mom that I got by pure luck. Thank you. For every prayer, for every word, and for every act. Mothers, take care of your daughter-in-laws. You cannot be a bitch to the woman that your son is sleeping with. It's their life. Whatever they do, let them work it out. Ciao. The only reason why she loves me is because I just don't step in front of her as a woman. She's a grown-ass woman. And her choices are her choices to make, just like your choices were your choices to make. Every word and for every act, you've stepped in moments where I felt I was lacking. And that means like to nurture her, not interfere. Two different things. And that means everything to me. You're such an amazing woman. Thank you, sweetie. You're such an amazing woman of God. And I wish you all the happiness in the world. Cheers to you and forever with Tony. And she puts laugh out loud because that's a private joke between all of us. I love you, Tracy Day. That is something else. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I didn't have any intentions on doing a reading today. I want to talk about mental health, and if there is going to be a psychic reading, off the top of my head, Simone Biles will absolutely be the new spokesperson for mental health. Absolutely. And I believe that she is going to bring, I don't know where my book is, a team of others, which could include Naomi, which could include Sha'Carri, which could include a host of others, to start talking about mental health and the expectation that Blacks have to be 100 times better. No, I'm choosing not to be 100 times better. I am choosing my mental health. I'm choosing that we talk about post-traumatic slave syndrome. I'm choosing to talk about how it's still in our blood and how we are still not taken care of, how women die at childbirth at higher rates than any other race. I'm choosing to talk about how others don't care, but we, Black women, Black men, we have to be more insular about caring about each other. And that shows up in social media. So the next time Megyn Kelly comes after Simone Biles, go after her social media account and you let her know, don't you ever talk about one of our own. So let me pull a reading, maybe just on mental health. Let's see what Spirit has to say about mental health. I'm choosing this, but I'm wondering if I should choose something else. This might be too harsh. Let's pick something a little softer. This is much more softer message. You know, I can't wait to get to St. Croix to take advantage of all my cards. Like, I just brought some amazing cards. And, oh, by the way, in moving, I found some amazing cards. Oh, my God. The best thing I ever did was move. My house is a treasure trove of tarot stuff. Please subscribe. Thank you. Please like. Please share. If you want your own personal reading with me, 213-458-7408. I'm here for you. I'm always here for you. I'm always here for your mental health. And there's no one that's ever gotten a reading from me and come out of it saying, I feel so much better. I can't take any furniture with me. It's too expensive to travel. And look at God. God got rid of my car just in time. Learning experience. I'll take it. I'll take anything Spirit gives me. I do not question Spirit. Learning experience. This is about mental health now, right? You have dedicated a lot of your time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world, and have had many experiences recently that have been great teachers. Even though not everything has been easy or perfect, there has been a positive in that you have come to understand yourself, your gifts, and your abilities better than ever. You're deeply connected to who you are, what you stand for, and what's important to you in life. When this card appears, angels are acknowledging the challenges and the obstacles you have surmounted recently. Although it may have been a difficult time for you, your faith and inner strength have increased. Know that the cloud has a silver lining, and you will soon would have moved beyond the feeling of being stuck or feeling unsupported. Right, Shakari? Right, Naomi Osaka? Right, Simone Biles? Is this applying to you? I know it applies to me. Can you hear the message too? Inner peace and a sense of security come from overcoming hardships. Without the challenges that life has presented to you, you wouldn't be the person you are today. This is a time for you to reflect on the incredible strength that you have, no matter what has gone wrong for you. And you have made your way through the darkness into the light. And the light is dealing with our mental health. That's the light. When this card appears for you, your angel guide is inviting you to ask yourself, what have you learned from this? This card represents the teacher you have inside you. And through integrity and connection, you will be able to find a message within the mystery. If you are still facing challenges, you are being encouraged to keep going and trust that the worst will soon be over. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. That was so beautiful. Who else needed that message? Hi, Drea. I love you guys too, Sheena. I am so proud and so watching all of you. And I'm sitting back and I'm supporting all of you. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to fight. Don't be afraid to tell somebody, fuck off. Fuck off. Next, on my favorite, we do not care. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. Oh, ciao. That was a little deep, huh? Well, it was needed. Sloan, thank you. You gave me my flowers publicly. Finally, people could acknowledge that I just did the right thing for my child, and I'll do it again. Play with me. Thanks, Sloan. Bye, everyone. I'll do dashikis and bonnets tomorrow. Yes, I will.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live.